All aboard! Ready for your first excursion for the day? We're going to Americus, Georgia for a tour of the Habitat for Humanity. We've got several minutes for your destination to arrive, and during that time we're going to be doing a Name That Tune. So I'm going to divide the car off into two different sections. Let's take from Bob Grover over this way as one part. This one over here, we're going to see who ate their fruit and vegetables this morning and who ended up with donuts and Pepsi. And I'm going to start with some easy songs, and as you progress, they're going to get harder. So let's see if you recognize the songs as we do them. And raise your hand when you know the title. Raise it so I can see you, okay?
When the Saints go.
All right, going for this side. Sharp with it today. Let's try this one.
Turkey in the Straw?
Turkey in the Straw. I had someone I called on, they raised their hand, and I called them to name that tune, and they thought for a moment. They just couldn't think when I called on them. So after a second or two, I know that tune. It's Chicken in the Grass. I told them they were close. Okay, let's move up an era into more times of the 50s and 60s.
John Denver, you fill up my
senses.
You fill up my senses?
That's not the title. Come on, everybody. Let's see somebody can beat me here.
Annie's song?
That's it. Annie's song. All right. Very good.
Maybe
okay, you're making these very quickly. I'm going to have to go to some little bit harder ones.
Yeah, something in our era.
That's
a whole team.
This little heart of mine?
No.
Oh.
Goody.
You got a chance over here.
On top of Old Smoky?
No.
That's it.
Don't be cruel. That's true. All right. I know you well. You just wasn't expecting me to play on the accordion. That's what it was. All right. So very familiar word. I know this side will get this one.
You're my sunshine.
All right. These guys ate their fruit, drank their orange juice this morning, and you guys went to work with donuts and a Pepsi. All right. Indiana and the many other states of the United States, not all of them, have implemented a program called RV volunteering. And this is where the state parks have a program where mostly retired people will come and work for a week, 2 weeks, usually from 3 weeks to a couple of months. And in return for that, they will get their RV side free, which includes electricity and side, and sometimes some extra amenities onto it. New York has just now started their RV volunteering program, so it's not in all the states, but many of the state parks do this. In return, you are expected to work 16 hours a week, which is 2 days for a couple, 25 hours a week for a single person. Which is not bad, because you can work those few hours and then you have the rest of the time free, which you can sightsee in that state. You can go from state to state and see quite a bit of the United States, and the actually only expense you have is the travel of the gas going to one state to the other. Many people do this year-round. So this year, as the state parks are implementing this, there are more people thinking of RV. Number one, because it is not expensive. It is very reasonably made to tour, sightsee, and see the world, United States, and be very inexpensive. Also, they meet a lot of new people. They have a lot of new experiences. It's always something different. You never know what to expect. Many of the people will do car hosting, where they greet the people as they come into the state parks, and they will be there to answer any of their questions or to help them get set up or anything of that nature. Some people do maintenance, yard work. They try to fit you in with what you like to do. If you're a very creative person, they will work you into maybe recreational programs. So it is a really neat program to go in for people who are retiring. Because people are retiring at a younger age now than they used to, many times. Yet they want to be productive. They want to add value to their life and maybe be of an impact to other people as they go along. So the RV volunteering has been an excellent program for people that is catching on more as time goes by. So as we have been in Georgia 2 winters now, my husband always worked for the railroad. So this fit right in because he is actually a mechanic on the railroad, working with the wheels and the brakes and things like this, maintenance, because it's a very old train, Sam's excursion, short line excursion train. So the maintenance is continual with it. And then when they found out that I was gifted in music and art, they put me into a position where I was doing that. We'll be going into New York next month. I've already had a trainer call me from up there to do music and balloons on that train as they do their tours. I also do balloons, clown, and magic for the children on the return trip. So this isn't all I do. I will do one thing going to the destinations for the half the day. On the way back, I'll do the other items. Does anybody have any questions about what I've talked about the volunteer programming? Because I know this is really new to a lot of people.
Where would we find out more information about it, Alice?
You could Google on the internet RV volunteering. You could Google in volunteer positions at state parks, because that is also, if you have an interest in a particular area, you can do that in. The state parks are also using the inmates. They use them daily for maintenance with the lawn care, landscaping, yard work.
So are they fun to hang out with? So are they fun to hang out with?
I can tell you some real stories.
Yeah, I can tell you something.
They make it very interesting. So the state parks are learning ways to utilize free labor and work because their fundings are being reduced almost on a yearly basis. And they don't know what's coming up in as each year. So they have to adjust. And this is ways they're finding to get a lot of their work done on a voluntary basis and then offering some kind of an incentive for the work that they receive.
Want to give them one more chance to name a song?
Sure. I was afraid I was going to go over my time, so I stopped. So this, we've got it even on this side, right?
Love me tender.
That love me tender by hers, yes. Give them a hand, they did. Thank you, Al.
They had to manually track her.